Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Godhood. I'm excited to get back in here. I think I might be letting myself be led around by the enthusiasm mechanic a little bit too much. I think there have been a lot of occasions where we could have waited until the people were yearning. Because it's really easy to go, man, excited, 50% religion HP, that's a huge amount of extra HP. But we don't actually go down to the point where the extra 50% religion HP helped at all that often, so maybe it would be better to just get more resources in the pile before claiming the pile. I think we could probably do that a little bit more often. Okay, let's hey, I didn't hit the button. It just kind of went. That's fine. I guess that's probably what we would have done anyway, but I sure as hell didn't hit the button. That was weird. Okay, what do we want to do? What is next? I guess Dryvane, the village of Tlaloc's Forgotten, does have a folklore. Perhaps we should get a folklore. It has a lot of nature dudes in it. So, we have Coscatl. We have... Everybody's flexing as hard as they can. Which, we're just a sexy bunch, apparently. So what is it? It's like Coscatl and Mary, because Mary and Coscatl work super well together. And then... we certainly don't want to run Nika. Tizo's fine. I don't know if I want to bring Tizo on this because it's kind of a difficult one. We do want to get Tizo some miracle progress, though. So we probably want to commit... Okay, Coscatl's already committed to a thing. Okay, we definitely want to wait until that's over. So we're looking at doing a ritual bonus. So Nika could probably go to the Ritual Shack. Right? It's an offering bonus that we're doing next, so we want to get a bunch of offerings. They match 75% too. That's nice. And then we'll still have time to do the Old City before new initiates arrive, if we do indeed want to try to get that done that quickly. Which we might. Yeah, let's go ahead and build up some... Did that not... Did that just not go? There we go. An ambitious prayer. Mary must take part in a sacrament to feel like the prayer has been answered. Okay, we were planning to bring Mary on the sacrament anyway. Got ourselves that wondrous storyteller miracle. You know how we feel about that. And a new copy of Condemn, which I think is the least good ability. I mean, it scales with the right stat. Okay, no, Nightmare would be the worst ability. Condemn is totally fine, and Mind Fog is what you really want to see. Okay. We only really need one more person to gather... This thing's upgraded, right? Yeah, okay. We only really need one more person to do a gather here. So what else do we want? We could put... some people in the follower stockpile or the material stockpile. How are we doing on material stuff? How much do we need to upgrade things? We probably want to upgrade this pretty soon. The storytelling circle is all capped out. No, it's totally not. So we need materials, pretty badly. Let's get people on material gathering. Sorry, I gotta, press the buttons in the correct order in order for the game to do the thing you want. Hey Mary, go gather materials for me. And if you're very good about it, we can talk about that thing you want to do. I guess I do have... If we put 15 more followers in the thing, we'd be able to get to the next religion level, which will unlock the pledging altar, which does something that I don't know what it is, and that makes me fascinated by it. Let's focus on that instead. We do need more materials. It's important. We'll get there. Okay, people are ecstatic. We don't necessarily have to go now. How difficult do I think the battle's going to be? Is really the question. So if we want to go Nika, Coscatl, Mary. So we definitely want Ezel and Tizo to be gathering materials. We know that. And the question is just, do we go for it now? I mean, we do also have to manage people's faith levels. Oh no, wait, it's not... Nika's not going. Nika's the one who's supposed to be working. Yeah, we do have to manage people's faith levels because of the great importance of follow-ups and stuff. So maybe we want to go now because we want to keep people's victory happiness rolling. It's also a thing to consider. That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, we love the divine follow-ups, but we just really should not bring Nika on this battle. I guess the next round is going to be a little awkward for Ezel, so maybe we bring Nika on that one, and we just only get one thing done this week. That might be right. Okay, well, I'm confident that we do want to do this, at least. It's a lot of ritual offerings. Let's not screw this up, everybody. It's also enough miracle progress for Cuscoddle to hit... Oh no, sorry, I was looking at Cuscoddle's health bar, not the miracle progress. That's right, we just did a level up. Alright, Nature's Defiance. I'm hoping it's not going to be enough. You know, they get all that extra morale armor, but we do a lot of morale damage sometimes. Righteous Flirt is totally fine. And look at that, everybody's feeling pretty infatuated. It might just be a graphical bug. Like, they might not actually all be getting infatuated. So how do we want to do this? We definitely want to bring Mary. We definitely want to bring Cuscoddle. And then the question is whether I'm too afraid of the ancestral enemies. I guess they don't really have a lot of ancestral damage. And also, song dudes are very evasive. I'm gonna try it like this. Oh man, it's scary. But like, bringing Nika is not necessarily better, because Nika could just get manhandled by the Beastwalker, and the Beastwalker is the most powerful of them. I'm gonna try it like this. I'm hoping that Ezel's gonna hit those dodge rolls. This is where the 50% extra religion HP might actually be super relevant. Wow, that sucks. You had Swift Claw already? It's like really early in the game for that. Okay, apparently we were fine. Apparently I was too worried. Ezel's gonna need some time in the garden, though. Alright, well, our new disciples are gonna come in all powered up and awesome. I don't know what we're gonna do with them. I have no idea. Well done, Mary. Stories will be told of the might of Player of Ages when they drove away the Rainmakers. Alright, and we got our sweet level up, which is... I don't even know how good this level up is. I just know that I want to see what the new building does. Disciples may make a new pledge to the Sacred One to gain the enthusiasm buff. Oh! Give us a little bit more control over our enthusiasm level. That's cool. So what was that? What would that cost to build? It's going to be 40 materials. We just need a bunch of materials, right? That's the place that we are in right now. We are 200, so we're 39 followers away from the next follower level. We probably have enough offerings for right now. What are we looking at in terms of the next battle? If we're thinking about the old city, this is the one that just returns a bunch of everything, right? Yeah, they match everything. If we were going to try to do this, we have to beat green, purple, red. So we could bring our own green, purple. It's a little risky. We definitely bring Cuscoddle. If we got Tizo actually made into a chieftain, then it would be pretty safe to bring Tizo. And then anything of any other type that we bring is potentially going to get damage matched. So it's hard to know exactly what to do there. level up an enemy's life ability. I mean, I'm inclined to just make it Mary, because Mary's very powerful. That's probably what we would do. Tizo, Coscatl, Mary. With Tizo. It would be really nice if Tizo had the XP to level up. Maybe we should cash in something? Or maybe we just don't. We don't get the extra Acolyte summon on this next one. Maybe that's not such a bad thing. So we need lots of materials. We need followers. We don't so much need the other stuff. But let's start by having Mary do a miracle. Do we want Mary to miracle right now? Or do we want to wait until the Lust Temple is ready? It actually doesn't show the miracle for the temple anymore. That's not great. Maybe we just have Mary do a normal charisma miracle, because we're talking about having to upgrade and stuff. Yeah, let's just have Mary do a miracle myth. And then I guess that's it. I guess no and then. You don't need to be doing this. Somebody else could be on that. Actually, maybe what I want to do here is start healing people, because it takes a little while, right? Oh, but you can't do it all at once. That's right. It only has one. The garden only has one slot right now. So sure, Tizo can go and collect materials for us. All right. I think we just do the same thing one more time. Alright, so now we have to consider sensual touch. Maybe that was a good thing to get. Let's have bonus crit chance. Use sensual touch in the first turn if there's an enemy life to cycle, or alluring body if there's an enemy nature to cycle. Oh, we are going up against an enemy nature disciple soon. It's actually kind of hard to know which one of these is better. Alluring body does hit the entire enemy team. There's definitely something to be said for that. So if we wanted to just go now, let's say I wanted to just go and get, like, we don't really need offerings, so just go get the relic. And, you know, be comfortable with losing the bonus here. Do one of these just to get the XP on Tizo, because we need Tizo to get a class. And then leave Izel and Nika on actual work. Let's do that. This isn't really about cashing in my materials. What am I doing? This is not the right way to do this. Izel... It's not even the right thing. Materials. This is what I want. Okay. And it doesn't actually matter where people are on this one. Yeah, there's no direct across stuff. We will get a raw chemistry off immediately, and hopefully that'll be enough to make up for the fact that we're a little less powerful than we could be. We're still way more powerful than they are, probably. And the Dark Disciple here is going to be very powerful. Yeah, it seems like Tlaloc has abandoned you. Have you heard the good word of... Mary, please don't shout, "Let's get raw," as you charge into battle to dance. You're making everybody very uncomfortable. Alright, so everybody is now all messed up. And it looks like they're not even going to get a turn. We don't have to worry about stuff at all. It's a fair amount of damage, you know, getting to start off battle by hitting all of the enemies at the same time. Okay, Tizo gets a class. I like Chieftain quite a bit here. And let's do that miracle. Okay, what kind of relic do we want? It's actually a very good question. I want a dark relic. It was the Flower of Charisma. I mean, that's fine. That's an okay relic. We have 42 relics, which is enough to do something. So with Tizo, we do want to do Charisma again. Right? They didn't change anything about this guy. Whenever a chieftain uses a rally or violent ability, which is all of the non-basic abilities, and all of the abilities have charisma scaling. Okay. Straightforward, easy enough. Tizo probably could use some healing before going back into battle, but that's like a lot of time spent. We gotta get Nika into a battle at some point too, because Nika would love to be ecstatic. I think this is where we're at for right now. It already has a relic equipped, but it's the Flower of Knowledge. I would really prefer the Charisma. Is this worth spending relics on, or offerings? You know what? Honestly, yes, I think it is. And then we can make an upgrade here. It's not the right upgrade. These have been retroactive in the past, so I'm gonna hope that they still are. I'm gonna save for Poetic Story. With the game in early access, where there are some features and functionalities that are obviously not working the way they should in the long term, it is hard to know whether something from a previous version will have stayed. Like, it's hard to have an intuitive sense for what was doing the thing it was supposed to do. We'll just hope that our understanding. We'll hope that the miracle upgrades being retroactive was intended. Okay, Mary has grown gray already. It feels early. Okay, we got ourselves the Mighty Rally. Mighty Rally is the one that hits everybody. Okay, that's fine. It does have a pretty significantly decreased hit chance. I do like area damage, though. So the question is, do we think we can, at this very moment, take the old city? How good of an idea would it be to go after it? I do think this is one where we want to take advantage of the ecstatic buff. So we would do this. Tizo's wounded. Should we try it? We have pretty good follow-ups here. I think let's give it a go, and then we'll summon initiates if we win. We'll probably summon initiates either way, honestly. But it would be really cool if we got a choice of 4 initiates. Mary is still feeling... We should check. Does getting old work the same way? Okay, yes it does. It did not kick in on Mary until 50. This tooltip text here about disciples retiring at age 45 is just probably from an old version of the concept. Maybe they moved up the age that people start feeling old at because of the fact that it now takes you longer to build people up. Okay, let's try it. I think there's a chance we could get this if we get the right rolls, and we do get Mary's free attack at the beginning of things, which will be nice, especially if it actually is making everybody infatuated. It is a shame that they always get their beginning of battle stuff first, though. It'd be really nice if that worked in the other order here. A truly righteous flirt. Man, righteous flirt hits super hard. Alright, show me just one person who is too infatuated to act. Ah, that's a shame. Well, it turns out we didn't need the plus 50% health. Alright, Mary's just running up on people and touching them in places that they did not say it was okay to touch them. I feel bad. I feel bad when we're the Lust religion, because our disciples are just constantly crossing the line. After the sacrament provided the might of the Sacred One, the disciples came together to enjoy each other's company in the old city and to honor the Sacred One. Everyone shouted the Sacred One's name in joy. Even the elders had fun. Okay. Hey, 10 free materials. You have long heard tales of the faraway people of Quetzalcoatl, of the Great Scales. To sanctify our place in the world, we have to prove our worth to them. They will give us our final place amongst the gods. This is like a little... It's like a little double entendre, because Quetzalcoatl's a serpent, right? Starts the quest for Quetzalcoatl quest. That's my favorite quest. Alright, we did it. We got a reasonable amount of tribute on that. There's definitely a school of thought there where you could be like, well, you should fill up all of your tribute before doing that battle. I don't know. It might have been worth the time to do that. We might have goofed there by not maxing it out. Also, it looked like I only had one person work that week. I must have done some miscalculation. All right, well, let's summon in initiates. Hold on. Actually, let's go look at the new world map. Okay, there are sky shards and materials on the line. We do not see another folklore, so this seems like a fine time to bring in some new initiates. Hold on. One last thing I suppose we ought to check. Does our worshipper support change between 9 and 10? It does, but only by 2 points. We should just pull the new initiates. That's not enough of a difference to be worth delaying for. Ooh. Okay, so we got 3 white quality disciples. Nox of the Cunning Cat Totem, Chim of the Crow Totem, and Montezuma of the Pig Totem, all basically fine. And what have we here? The Talipa Totem. Charisma and Cunning Major. Plus 20 evade chance, likes to follow up nature. Yo, Zoo would be an extremely good songsmith. Or actually a lust priest. Of course, the nature soul is better on people who are working with nature disciples rather than people who are nature disciples. Let's see, how many active slots do I have right now? 5? So we have 12 more disciple points to work with. If we drop Mary, what if we drop Mary and Ezel? That'll bring us down to only 10 points of disciple support used. We bring in Zoo as a new super powerful songsmith, and then we bring somebody else in to replace Mary. What is? I'm remembering correctly that songsmith abilities scale with charisma and cunning, right? Yeah, charisma and cunning are the ones that have the stars. It's just weird because of the fact that songsmith is not listed here. You would think songsmith would be better than good, given that we have a perfect match for those abilities. And the extra evade chance to help you just never get hit, it seems great. So we probably do want to drop Mary. 48 offerings, 16 materials. That's pretty significant. Mary is still our most powerful disciple, but we got to get working on replacement. So you have a knack for knowledge, you for charisma and cunning. You do collect stuff. You don't have both the folklores, though. Montezuma of the Pig Totem really isn't well suited to the job. Cat Totem's not bad. There is cunning involved in this job. We don't have any physical disciples. Is that going to be a problem? Maybe, but it's not a problem I have very much interest in fixing at the moment. I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to drop Mary and Ezel. Ezel's, like, pretty good at the job. Yeah, Ezel is pretty good at the job. But what else would we do with... Okay, what else would we do with Talipa? We could replace one of the other disciple types. These stats are just so well suited. Now, let's commit. Ezel and Mary out. Zoo, who is amazing. And it's probably Elo? It's Elo or Nox. So, charisma decent, cunning decent versus cunning good. Ezo has no follow-up ability, but does collect 2 materials whenever he does a ritual. Which I honestly, like, that's not bad. It's not a bad thing to have. And then there's the starting stats to consider, too. 9-8 on the relevant stuff versus 8-9 on the relevant stuff. You do have the charisma folklore already. Like, you're short a couple of points of total stats. And the other stats do matter. Alright, let's bring on Nox of the Cat Totem, I suppose. It's a little bit better. I'm actually really torn. I'm gonna do Elo. The upgraded ritual, the double stat. Yeah, let's do this. I wish we could support more total people. That would be really helpful. So, let's have Tizo go to the garden. I think that's pretty important. Because Coddle can go and enjoy a good miracle. Oh, actually, because Coddle can cause a lust miracle. I don't remember exactly what this does. It does give evade chance. I'm gonna hit these. They also might have changed it, right? Because they did change some things about the way the religions work. We can take these upgrades too. Hold on. Let's check and see if stuff is still retroactive. So 421 should become. Yep, 522. Okay, those upgrades are still retroactive. That's good to know. It's not super relevant to our current position, but it's good to know. Let's do the lust miracle because I'm curious. Mostly because I'm curious. And then Nika is not feeling so empowered. We got to get Nika out on some jobs. You guys can just gather us materials, I think. But we do need to get to 240. Get another statue, which is nice to have. Trying to where the big. Okay, that's right. We're getting close to Creed, and Creed is really valuable. So we should probably be engineering followers, but we also still need materials, and we do have a 100% material match Sacrament coming up. Now let's focus on this for right now. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're ready. Ready to press the button. Because as soon as we get to 4 disciples able to work at the same time, it's going to be really powerful. I think it's worth booting a lot of extra loot from a single sacrament to rush toward it. The Festival of Lust was full of pleasure and tenderness. The last thing is important. The center of attention was Coscatl, whose very touch would inspire a feeling of connection with the Sacred One. Yo, okay, just so everybody's clear, Coscatl is not this. I'm the Sacred One. Don't go false idling me. This gift of transcendent intimacy was proof of Coscatl's holiness. Adds divine ecstasy to this disciple's performed miracles. How good is that? Weird abilities gain plus 10% crit chance is pretty good. Performance abilities. Okay, so Songsmith would be pretty good here. I think a bunch of their abilities are performances. And 5 cunning for charisma is super good. Let's definitely take the charisma boost. Oh, I was gonna look at our Songsmith, but right, we don't have one. Alright, so do this. Do this. We kind of need to get some progress on these guys, right? Maybe we should take a really easy one. Oh, we should max out our bar and then do this battle. It's going to be a little harder to train people up without repeatable fights. I guess we have that. We have access to a building now that gives XP, so that's probably how you're supposed to deal with that. Oh, am I remembering? Hold on. I gotta remember to have Elo be working as much as possible, because Elo is the one who adds the materials. So let's see if they go into the stockpile or directly into our supply. Okay, stockpile. Makes sense. That's kind of what I assumed. Alright, we exactly filled the follower bar, so let's go and get this done. Alright, it would be cool to have a nature person to win this fight for us. We do not have that, but we should use Coscatl rather than... We did get Mind Fog, which is nice. Yeah, we should definitely use Coscatl rather than Tizo. This is a real bad battle for Tizo. And hopefully this will actually turn out to be a win. I'm a little nervous. Coscatl is pretty powerful in general, has been pretty powerful for a while, and is actually more powerful now. So we shouldn't be too worried. I don't know if you guys need to gang up quite so much. Maybe, you know, spread some of that infatuated debuff around. I do really appreciate that you can now go into battle with people in whatever state they're in. You could just... If you figure you'll be able to handle it, you could just go do the battle. You don't have to wait for them to heal up to max. That would be super tedious with the new garden system. But it was kind of already pretty tedious, if I'm being honest. Alright, so we got ourselves some good stuff there, and God rank up. So here's a question. Do we want to dedicate this statue in the Lust Temple? People can't actually use the Lust Temple all of the time. It looks like it doesn't have a cooldown anymore, though. And it is powerful. We'll probably want to use it as much as we can. So I think that is what I'm going to do. Alright, in the Lust Temple, listen, our whole religion's kind of going pretty hard on this theme. Maybe we need to back it off a little bit. Listen, with all this lust going around, it's really important that everybody understand that consent still matters. Like, no means no. I think this is a good visualization of that idea. You know, listen, you gotta ask. It's an ongoing concern. Wow, we almost got to the next level of followers. So I'm inclined to just push Zoo and Elo through another battle immediately. Like, we could probably do this, right? Oh, this is a little harder. This is a real fight. Who would we want to be our... it's Coscatl again. No, maybe we could just do this, though? Because I really do just want to get their miracles out. So if we did it that way, do we have enough? We do have enough offerings. We don't have to go get offerings. We would want Tizo and Nika working. Probably mostly on material gathering. Yeah, I think I really do just want to get that XP rolling. And then we'll level everybody up, get them classes, then we can be a little bit more cautious as we approach these. Let's do it. Let's try it. I think we can do it. I think Coscatl is strong enough to carry this. And nobody has a huge amount of damage on them or anything. I think we can get there. It is a little bit of a shame. I should have looked at the math a little bit more closely. If we had the person not in the battle gathering followers instead of materials, this would push us up another religion level, which would be really cool. Alright, show me that infatuation. Nope. That's a shame. That would have made our lives really easy. I'll say this for the new people. They're not spending a lot of time standing around doing nothing. You do have to appreciate that. Okay, so Zoo is going to be a master songsmith. A destined songsmith, you might even say. Really well suited to it. And Elo will be a fine, totally acceptable lust priest. Alright, let's do some miracles. Hold on, is it even still the case that you have to have done 2 miracles? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, you can just go do the Temple of Lust thing now. Alright, here's what we need to do. First things first, Elo has to go to the garden. Elo's really suffering. Then I think we could just inspire here right away. It's more expensive than a normal miracle, but it's pretty good. And then somebody, Coscatl, can just go and gather us one of these one time. I guess doing this has made it so that I can't inspire Elo right away, but that's fine. It was more important to get the classes established. So we'll do 1 gather of followers. That gets us a religion level. Then we'll do one gather of ritual offerings, which gets us our other miracle. and then we can figure it out from there. Okay. And hey, look at that. A performance ability. It has plus 10% crit chance. And it's pretty good, honestly. Like, yeah, this is really working out, it feels like. So, let's look at the new challenges. What's up ahead? Material bonus versus ritual offering bonus. I think we might want to do the ritual offering bonus. We are, fingers crossed, hoping to have a large number of miracles in our near future. So let's put some offerings in our pot. I guess I didn't check to see if that's actually a thing we're going to be able to do. Nika's feeling pretty down. We got to get Nika in the next fight, or maybe the fight after that at the latest. So what would we do here? It would be Elo plus Nika plus Cuscatl. That's not bad. There is dark damage here, which I suppose is something we have to be a little wary about. Like, Elo could potentially get hit pretty hard, but Elo also is going to hit very hard against these guys. And there's no direct across stuff. Yeah. We have really good follow-ups on this team. I think we should be able to do this. Do we want to go now? Or do we want to wait one more... What's our stockpile look like? I kind of want to wait one more time. I don't think we're going to need the extra health. And a ritual offering boost like that would be pretty cool. Yeah, let's do one more week of gathering. I know that Nika's going to be annoyed by this. And we're going to lose our religion health bonus, but there's no penalties for being yearning. And that's we're getting a lot of stuff out of this sacrament now. Okay, Nika, Cuscatl, Elo. Elo doesn't have any of the good stuff. But Righteous Flirt still deals like a ton of damage. And actually, with stuff like this, because our disciples act in top to bottom order, we gotta watch for things like this and make sure a disciple who wants their things to trigger off of everybody else's things does kind of need to be last. Oh, you're dazing opponents. Who do we most want to daze? Actually, it is probably this guy with the purge. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm enjoying the new decision making. I'm enjoying this thing where it's not always correct to attack. Okay, I'd like to see Mind Fog. Let's put a whole bunch of garbage thoughts in that guy's line. Oh, he didn't hit any of them though. Yeah, we're still taking low enough damage that we probably don't need the 50% boost all the time. And that is a lot of resources. We are definitely going to need to upgrade the garden though. It's starting to be the case that our disciples are taking a lot of damage. We're going to have a huge amount of downtime if the garden only has one slot in it. I like the closer together, less powerful religion upgrades. It's like a constant trickle of follower upgrades. This is a better feeling system, even if it's not necessarily actually a better system. All right. So we got the Sunstone. I noticed that we no longer have a display for Sun Shards. That's kind of interesting. Alright, before we build anything, I actually want to make sure that we make this upgrade. Alright, that leaves us with 34 materials left. We could build the Sunstone. We could build the Study. I think the Study is probably a more important thing. Although at this point... What does 1 miracle XP mean? Can I look at an XP bar? Is each of these 1? That's probably what it is, right? Each one of the little bars is 1. So that doesn't really seem like that much. I have to imagine I'm going to spend a lot of time devoting people to devoting people to resource gathering, right? put you two in the new and improved garden. Elo can go forth and perform a Lost Miracle because it's super good for him. Okay, no resources for us, no new stuff. It does seem like it's a little harder to pull people out of a spiral of low faith. These buildings, the buildings related to your actual faith, are so much more powerful now, or related to your actual commandment. And he got Sensual Touch, which was exactly what I wanted because it's a weird ability. Actually, is Alluring Body a performance? It totally could be, right? No, it is Lust and Rally. And this is Lust and Kind. And this is Lust and Kind. So this is actually the only ability that would have gotten a bonus from the miracle. Okay, that's cool. And there's not a slot here for a relic. Okay. So we have these relics, but since I only bothered to build one miracle building, we're not really getting a lot of use out of them. I was kind of hoping we were going to make relics that were a little bit more helpful to our people. So let's look at the buildings. Are there buildings that increase faith? It says spending time near the Sunstone heightens your connection to the Sacred One, which is cool. But it's pretty much just about, like, winning sacraments and performing miracles, right? This says commune with the Sacred One, but it's just I think that's just flavor text here. I don't think it's actually going to give you any faith. It's probably flavor text on the Sunstone as well. Okay, people are ecstatic, but we're not really, like, from a resource perspective, I don't feel like we're ready to do a thing. How hard is this? This looks fairly difficult. I mean, like, I want to see the final island as early as possible, right? We could go here, get Devoted Folklore, maybe? So we'd want to run Zoo, and Zoo actually has the life thing. Zoo's gonna get maybe messed up by this monk pretty badly. Oh no, the monk doesn't have any... Sorry, the ancestral monk doesn't have any ancestral damage. So we would run Zoo, we would not run Elo, but we would run just about anybody else, whoever we feel like at that point. Like Cuscatl and, honestly, Nika, probably. Nika has bonus damage against this guy. We probably don't need the religion HP for that because their stats are pretty poor, so let's spend a little bit more time. I forgot what resource they buff. Let's spend a little bit more time putting resources in. They match followers. So let's go follower, and then materials maybe? We do still need material. We have an awful lot of stuff yet to build. We also are going to need offerings soon. We have enough offerings for one more lust ritual or two more storytelling rituals. But I think we're going to need the miracles or the materials a little bit more urgently. Now here's the real question. Can we wait until after Yearning? Would pushing past Yearning be a bad idea? Let's find out. Let's see how many turns they stay in the Yearning state. It's just one. Okay, the people are impatient. Go prove your glory or something bad might happen. Got it. Let's go prove our glory. I think this should be 100% doable. So we want you directly across from that guy, and then with the other people, it doesn't actually matter where they are. Okay. I have faith in us. I think this should be a nice, easy one. Yeah, I definitely was getting a little too focused on having plus 50% religion HP. Which is like, it's cool, but it's not necessary. Wow. Sometimes it's like really not necessary. Zoo is going to be so powerful. Alright, and that's some good faith boosting as well, hopefully. Managed to make it to a creed. Sorry, we managed to make it to one of the multiple levels that is called Creed. This is the really important one. Extra assignment slot. We have the Bordello. I guess we'll go and check it out. Oh, I didn't have the right people assigned to do... I keep wasting efficiency. Possible efficiencies. Well, we should probably build one, because I want to know what it does, but it's not exactly what I had in mind for these materials. Well, whatever. Build it. We got to know, right? We got to figure this stuff out. Adds the Prayer for Rest prayer. So it... Huh. Okay, it has a cost in ritual offerings, but it gets you followers much more quickly. That's very interesting. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so... Attract many understanders, but the disciple will need rest afterward. But that's fine because we have more people than you can assign to work already, so you're constantly cycling them through. Yeah, that's neat. There's no upgrades possible on that building. Can we... here's what I want. We're 5 turns away from getting another worshipper. I'm just trying to see where the next disciple slot is. We just hit one. The next one is at 16, which we could guess that being 4 levels ahead of us is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 120 followers. It seems like it's, you know, in the neighborhood of 30 or 40 per religion level at this point. So I guess we don't really need... We're probably not going to get there. We could just go ahead and summon initiates as soon as possible. What do we want to do now? Let's go look at the little island. Okay, so this is still the same. There's a rare relic behind a much more difficult challenge. It looks like... It also gives 2 sky shards, which is cool. So, we would want to be... Nature Ancestral... something. We could build up to this. They're 15, 18, 15, so we definitely don't want to do it right now, but we could build up to that. Matches followers and offerings. This one just matches followers. That one's followers and offerings. And then this is the material island over here. How many more materials do we really need right now? I would love to build a communing ground just so that we can make sure that we actually see what it does. We don't need upgrades on most of our buildings anymore. I think our stuff is pretty upgraded. We haven't taken the tribute size increases, but I don't feel that those are terribly important. We're already having to delay just to fill up the stacks we have now. But I guess once you start getting more effective buildings, then it becomes a more interesting idea. Yeah, they've made the decision making much more interesting. Good work, Abbey. This is what I was saying. I have faith they will produce a good product. Well, what do we want to... I think I want to go ahead and build up some materials and then go to Material Island then, maybe? Do we want to try to pull the folklore before these guys get here? It's knowledge that's not like a super important one. We'd have to get ready to fight Dark Ancestral Dark, which would probably be like Nika, Zoo, and then our own Ancestral. Yeah. And then for the second round, it would be Dark Divine Divine, means you don't want to run your Ancestral, you want to run Zoo, Coscatl, and probably our own Divine, Zoo, Coscatl, Nika. Which means that Elo's the only one who doesn't get played at any point, so we gotta make sure... Yeah, Elo's assigned to something. Do we want to build up some more materials? Do we want to build up some more stuff before we go for this? Because they're gonna match... Yeah, they're gonna match followers. We should fill up the follower pool before we go after them. And you're gathering materials, but we... Actually, I think I want you on ritual offerings. We still do need materials, but it's not actually that bad. It's not as bad as I thought. We have a lot of our upgrades already. What we do want to do is get the tribute match as much as possible. And I think we will make the move here on Ecstatic. Because this one might be hard enough to justify the 50% religion HP. Okay, we can stop doing this now. And actually probably that as well. Elo should go get us some materials. And Zoo should get us some materials. And then I guess it doesn't... We don't really have a lot of other things for some of these people to do. We're already going to cap out on offerings. Probably, I guess we can make sure we cap out on offerings. But I could have distributed people a little bit differently. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Alright, let's take that ecstatic bonus and go forth and do battle. That's a lot of supplies. Yeah, okay, as you acquire more disciples, increasing the size of the stockpiles begins to make more sense for that reason as well. Fair enough. We might be able to pull this off. So, Nika should go here for the direct across attack. And then Zoo is great as always, Cuscatl is great as always. Elo is the only one who actually needs to be working right now. Because we're going to use Tizo in the next... No, we're not. So Tizo should be working. This is probably the crew we should run for both battles, actually. Okay. So Tizo needs a job. It is a little bit of a shame that you can't assign from that screen. If we don't use Tizo, Tizo's going to have a problem with it, though. We could run Tizo in the first round instead of Nika, I suppose. Or instead of Zoo. No, not instead of Zoo. But we could do this thing. Maybe this thing. Our follow-ups are not awesome here. I mean, Punish the Feeble is always going to be good. But I do kind of just want to get Tizo involved because we gotta make Tizo feel successful. We gotta make Tizo feel powerful. And I think in this round we can sort of carry. Yeah, not to besmirch her abilities or anything, but we can sort of carry her through. Performance is going to be great. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, look at that, Tizo. You participated in the thing. We totally didn't forget about you. Now, go back home and sit and wait for us to come back. Alright, so Cuscatl, it doesn't really matter where Cuscatl goes, probably... No, probably not. And then Zoo is going to be great here. Zoo can stand there. Okay. Oh, actually, let's put Nika here. Right, we don't have a Nature Disciple. We're probably going to see some Condemns. Yeah, this is where we want Question to be, for sure. I guess we have Mind Fog, too. It doesn't really matter which order we do this in. And without the Nature Disciple to do bonus damage, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. They have 90 HP, we have 75. We'll get to go first probably because Zoo has a billion cunning. Yeah, this is gonna be okay. It would be nice to get a little lucky. Yeah, like Mind Fog. Mind Fog's a little lucky. That's also a little lucky. I don't know what Zoo's evasion chance is right now, but it's probably pretty high. It's a very brave leap in front of move there, but I'm not sure it actually helped at all. Them actually getting caught by the infatuated debuff is a big deal. And Cuscatl is about to cap out. We probably just do another Lust Miracle, right? It's pretty powerful. I almost wonder if the other religions or the other commandments feel as good in the new update, because it does seem like this miracle is way better and it combines really well with a lot of classes that are pretty powerful in the first place. Okay, interesting. Nika still works despite being part of that sacrament. So maybe in the multi-team sacraments, it's whoever doesn't join the first round can still work. Okay, we have another statue to dedicate, but we don't have another miracle place to put it, so I guess that can wait for a second. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit harder. Cool matching though. 50% of everything. So here you want to be divine and ancestral yourself. That seems pretty doable for us. Divine, ancestral, and then also we could run... They don't actually have any life damage, so we could just run Cuscatl because of the fact that Cuscatl is powerful. And we could probably do this at just about any time. I guess what we should figure out is whether we can do this one. Okay, basically just don't use zeal. That seems extremely doable. In fact, Nika, Tizo, Elo is fine here. So plus 10 Defy and increased chance to block. What are they matching? They're matching 100% materials. I'm just thinking about trying to acquire a new folklore before summoning initiates again, because there will probably be a folklore node just behind that node. Yeah, let's inspire a miracle for you. I think it is going to be the Lust Temple again, even though it's more expensive. Like, just look at the statting. I guess the Wondrous Miracle Myth does give you knowledge. It does not give you plus 10% crit chance on your weird abilities. Most of your abilities are pretty weird. Knowledge is crit chance. And it also gives you Defy chance, which is something. But I think Divine Ecstasy is just better. And that's even with the Wondrous Miracle Myth having a relic in it, while the Divine Ecstasy does not have a slot for one. So... The only reason that I wouldn't do it is because of the higher cost. I think I do it. Sorry, that's the wrong button, though. Here we go. Oh, this miracle can only be done once per disciple. Fair enough. Well, then a normal miracle myth it is. Okay, with that functioning that way, I'm glad that you get more statues, because that makes that statue not feel quite as good. Also, I like the fact that the big hand statue is on this like nice raised dais above the village, so when new people come to the village, it's like waving to them. It's like our Temple of Lust is welcoming them in. We probably could put Nika in the garden. We might not need to yet, though. So I'm just debating whether we want to push some materials or whether we want to get this battle done right away. I think I want to just go for it. So, we're using Tizo, right? Basically, this is just like, just a question of who we're using. So we're definitely using you. Do they have any direct across abilities? Because I wanna have Nika in position to catch them. Nope. Okay. And we could do it like this. We could run Tizo here. And that'll let Cuscatl work on this thing. Give Tizo a little bit more faith. Follow-ups aren't as good because we don't have anybody pushing Knack for Dark, but it also does mean we're generating actual miracle progress on everybody, which is not true the other way. And we do need to get miracle progress. In fact, it's more important than it was before to get it quickly, because now time is a little bit tighter. And now that we have enough disciples that we can do some work while continuing to push, I think that's important. Okay, I don't know that you all need to hit the same person. Maybe spread that morale damage around a little bit. Tizo's definitely gonna have to rest after this. Alright, if we can get one more folklore, that would be pretty cool. Bring in the next group of disciples with 3 more folklores than the last group had. Tizo must perform a miracle to feel like their prayer has been answered. I wonder how long we have on that, because Tizo's not at full miracle charge, and Tizo definitely cannot go back into the field. Let's go look at the nodes. So we have a cunning folklore and hardy folklore available. Is either one of these reasonably doable? This one doesn't even look hard. This would be like Nika and Elo and Zoo, I guess. Zoo's not totally ideal because of the ancestral damage, but Tizo and Coscatl are both indisposed. Could we knock both of these out, maybe? Yo, this one doesn't look hard either. Maybe. Let's get hardy folklore, because health is important. Obviously, cunning's also important, but this is harder. It's like if we were gonna give this a try, it would definitely be Nika and it's like Nika and Tizo. So yeah, we want Tizo to rest. We'll probably just go without this folklore. Let's pull you from your job that you're not actually going to be doing. You go to the garden. And let's try the other folklore, and then we'll pull in the new disciples, and we can worry about the other folklore later. So Nika just definitely wants to be across from one of these guys. Elo could be here, and Zoo could be there. Yeah, Tizo's not going to get to perform a miracle for quite some time, so I'm hoping that prayer... we don't actually even know if prayers can go, like, quote-unquote, unanswered. It might be the case that they just keep the desire until you can satisfy it. Zoo is really powerful. I wonder if we could just do the other thing, just like brute force it with Zoo. Because it would be cool to have the next group of disciples come in with even another folklore. We are not building up resources very quickly anymore. We have a lot of people constantly devoted to things that are not the resources. Okay, a condemn. Condemn is fine. Nightmare and Doom always daze or wither. I like wither a lot, and we already get kind of a daze on all of our attacks thanks to the attraction thing, the infatuation thing. So yeah, let's go have a look at like how hard would it actually be to do this. If we ran Zoo, let's see, do they have? They don't have a lot of life damage, but they'd still be resistant to Coscatl's attacks. So if we just ran Nika, Zoo, Elo here, and then did it again, I'm gonna try it. We're gonna give Coscatl a job. Coscatl, go and gather us some followers, maybe? I mean, followers are important. We have enough offerings? We probably have enough offerings, because Zoo has already done the Lust Miracle, so Zoo's going to do a cheap one. Yeah. Yeah, we're probably okay. Let's give this one try. And either way, we're gonna bring in the new disciples afterward. So Nika across from the guy who's weak to Nika. All right, Zoo. We're not getting a lot of miracle progress here, and that is a shame. But think of all of the stat points. Think of all of the wonderful, wonderful stat points on our new disciples. How much can Zoo just drag us through these battles? That much? Roughly that much? Alright, well, all three of them are going to be miracle charged by the end of this. Does it matter which one of these two? Not really. And actually, yeah, our positioning doesn't matter too much, as long as Nika's across from one of these guys. Let's see, you don't like getting hit by physical attacks. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna do a lot of stuff right away. We do have to kind of be hopeful here. Oh, and they have 90 religion health. I didn't look at that. This might have been a good thing to wait until we were enthusiastic. Ooh. No dodge. It was not a physical attack, so of course no dodge. We're probably dead here. Oh, we have 1 health left, but without Zoo, I don't think we're gonna get the damage. Okay, we were close. That was really close. Alright, we'll get our new group of disciples in. We'll rebuild next episode, and we'll figure it out. We do have a lot of miracle progress, which is awfully nice. And this will give us time to actually put some resources in the tribute. Okay, let's have a look at the new initiates. This will be the last thing we do for the day. Ooh, two greens and a purple. They must have made purples just like way more common. Okay, so that's another Talipa totem. I mean, listen, I'd like to see a larger variety of purple totems, but as far as purple totems go, this one's very good. And then we got the frigate bird and the spectacled bear. I do like frigate bird quite a bit. So, we only have 1 more slot. We could start dropping people. Some of our people are getting on in years, right? 32. Nika's a little old. Yeah, we probably want to drop Nika and start developing a new one of these. I think that's pretty reasonable. And Nika's kind of a low value disciple anyway. Because Coddle is 31 and is developing just fine. Honestly, we probably don't want to drop anybody else. So the question is, do we bring on the Spectacled Bear, or is it Alim and Ba? With Cunning and Charisma, Ba would actually make an okay Smite Sword. It's an interesting idea. And then you could be... what did we just lose? We just lost a Zealot. Honestly, you'd be an okay Zealot. Except that you have the Divine Soul for... You could be our Zealot. And then you could be some other weird thing. Hey, we gotta get a physical disciple in here at some point. Hey, we're taking you. That's not a question. And then we might want to get a physical disciple going, and Ueman of the Spectacled Bear Totem is a really good physical disciple. So what, you become our new Zealot, and you become something? Maybe a Beastwalker or something? Rage Prophet's okay. Beastwalkers are very powerful, but I guess they're less powerful than they used to be, maybe? Yeah, let's take you on. And I think that right there is where we're going to call it. That'll be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, tomorrow, to see how we develop our incredible new disciples, and whether we can continue pushing forward this quickly, because honestly, our pace has been kind of startling to me. And we'll see you then.